Right now, a silent process may be taking place inside your body, and many people do not even realize it. It does not always begin with pain. It does not always send clear warning signs. Yet over time, it may affect your joints, your heart, your brain, your energy levels, and even the speed at which your body ages. This hidden problem is called chronic inflammation. And according to many health experts, it may be one of the biggest factors behind a wide range of health concerns that become more common as we grow older. What makes this even more surprising is that one of the most powerful tools for helping your body manage inflammation may already be sitting in your kitchen right now. Not in a bottle of expensive supplements, not in a complicated health product, not in a trendy wellness treatment, but in a simple food that has been used for thousands of years and is now attracting growing attention from doctors, researchers, and nutrition experts around the world. Many people spend years searching for complicated solutions to improve their health while overlooking small daily habits that may make a meaningful difference. Recent research continues to reveal that certain foods contain natural compounds capable of supporting the body's normal inflammatory response. Among all the foods studied by scientists, one stands out for reasons that continue to surprise experts. Some researchers have even compared one of its natural compounds to ingredients found in common anti-inflammatory medications. That does not mean it is a miracle cure, and it certainly is not magic, but the science behind it is fascinating, and the potential benefits reach far beyond what most people expect. In today's video, you will discover what this remarkable food is and learn what may happen when it becomes part of your daily routine. We will explore how inflammation affects the body, why so many people may be dealing with it without knowing, and what researchers have uncovered about the connection between this everyday food and better overall health. You will also learn about some surprising benefits that extend beyond joint comfort, including effects that may support your heart, brain, energy levels, and healthy aging. Along the way, we will uncover several little-known facts that many people have never heard before, including why some individuals experience benefits while others see very little change. Make sure you stay with us until the end, because the most surprising benefit has almost nothing to do with joint pain, and it may completely change the way you think about inflammation and healthy aging. The final section also reveals an important mistake that prevents many people from getting the full benefits even when they are eating the right food every day. Welcome to our channel, where we explore the latest health discoveries, nutrition insights, and practical tips for living a healthier and more active life. If you enjoy learning simple ways to support your health naturally, take a moment to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our future videos. Now let's uncover the one food that is making doctors and researchers pay closer attention than ever before. To understand why this one food has attracted so much attention, we first need to understand the problem it may help address. Inflammation is often misunderstood. Many people hear the word and immediately think about swelling, redness, or pain after an injury. In reality, inflammation is much more complex than that. It is one of the body's natural defense systems. When you cut your finger, catch a virus, or suffer an injury, your immune system responds by creating inflammation. This short-term response helps protect you and supports the healing process. Without it, even minor injuries could become serious problems. In that sense, inflammation is not the enemy. It is actually one of the reasons the human body is able to survive and recover from countless challenges. The real concern begins when inflammation refuses to switch off. Instead of lasting for a few days or weeks, it remains active for months or even years. This is known as chronic inflammation. Unlike the inflammation that appears after an injury, chronic inflammation often stays hidden. There may be no obvious warning signs, no severe pain, no dramatic symptoms, no clear signal that something is wrong. Yet beneath the surface, this constant state of low-grade inflammation may slowly place stress on different parts of the body. This hidden process has become a major area of interest among researchers because it appears to be connected to many common health conditions. Scientists continue to investigate how chronic inflammation may contribute to problems affecting the heart, blood vessels, brain, joints, and other organs. While inflammation itself is not always the direct cause, evidence suggests it may play an important role in creating an environment where disease can develop more easily over time. One of the reasons chronic inflammation can be difficult to recognize is because its symptoms are often subtle. Many people simply assume they are getting older, working too hard, or not sleeping enough. They may wake up feeling tired despite getting a full night's sleep. They may notice that their energy disappears earlier in the day than it used to. Tasks that once felt easy may begin to require more effort. Climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or completing routine activities may leave them feeling unusually drained. Some people experience joint stiffness, especially in the morning. Their knees, hips, fingers, or shoulders may feel tight when they first start moving. Others notice that small aches and pains seem to linger longer than expected. Recovery after physical activity may take more time. Minor strains may remain uncomfortable for days instead of hours. While these symptoms can have many causes, chronic inflammation is one factor researchers often examine when trying to understand these changes. Another common complaint is brain fog. This term is used to describe a feeling of mental sluggishness. Concentration becomes more difficult. Memory may not feel as sharp. Simple tasks require greater effort. Many people describe feeling mentally tired even when they have not been doing demanding work. Researchers are increasingly interested in the connection between inflammation and cognitive function because the brain is not isolated from what happens in the rest of the body. Signals produced by inflammation can influence many biological systems, including those involved in thinking and memory. Weight gain can also become part of the picture. Some individuals find that maintaining a healthy weight becomes more challenging despite making efforts to eat well and stay active. Inflammation and metabolism are closely connected, and scientists continue exploring how chronic inflammatory processes may influence the way the body stores and uses energy. Low energy is another common issue. Many people simply accept feeling tired as a normal part of life. They reach for more coffee, energy drinks, or sugary snacks without considering what may be happening internally. Yet persistent fatigue can sometimes be a clue that the body is working harder than it should. When inflammatory activity remains elevated for long periods, the body's resources may be diverted toward managing that activity rather than supporting optimal function elsewhere. What makes this especially important is that chronic inflammation does not always announce itself in dramatic ways. It can quietly exist in the background for years. During that time, people may continue with their normal routines, unaware that their daily habits could either contribute to the problem or help reduce it. This is where nutrition enters the conversation. Over the last several decades, researchers have become increasingly interested in the relationship between food and inflammation. Certain dietary patterns appear to support a healthier inflammatory balance, while others may encourage inflammatory activity. This has led scientists to study foods from around the world, searching for clues that might explain why some populations experience lower rates of certain chronic diseases and longer periods of healthy aging. Among the many foods that have been examined, one continues to stand out. It is not rare. It is not exotic. It is not difficult to find. In fact, millions of people use it every day without realizing that researchers have spent years investigating its potential health benefits. The food attracting so much attention is extra virgin olive oil. At first glance, this may seem surprising. After all, olive oil is not a supplement. It is not marketed as a miracle cure. It does not come with dramatic promises or flashy advertisements, yet its history stretches back thousands of years. Ancient civilizations valued olives and olive oil not only as food, but also as part of their daily lives. Across generations, it became a cornerstone of traditional eating patterns that continue to be studied today. One reason extra virgin olive oil receives so much attention is because it plays a central role in the Mediterranean diet. This style of eating emphasizes vegetables, fruits, legumes, nuts, whole grains, fish, and healthy fats. Again and again, studies have associated Mediterranean dietary patterns with positive health outcomes. While no single food deserves all the credit, extra virgin olive oil remains one of the most distinctive features of this approach. What makes extra virgin olive oil different from many other fats is its unique combination of nutrients and natural compounds. It contains monounsaturated fats, which are considered heart-friendly fats, but researchers are particularly interested in the plant compounds found within high-quality extra virgin olive oil. These naturally occurring substances appear to provide benefits that extend beyond basic nutrition. Among these compounds is one called oleocanthal. This substance has attracted significant scientific interest because of its anti-inflammatory properties. Researchers discovered that oleocanthal may influence some of the same pathways involved in inflammation. While this does not mean olive oil functions like a medication, it does help explain why scientists continue investigating its effects. Another fascinating detail is that many people can actually detect oleocanthal without realizing it. High-quality extra virgin olive oil often creates a slight peppery sensation in the throat. That mild sting is one reason researchers became interested in examining the compounds present within the oil more closely. As scientists learned more about olive oil, questions began to emerge. What happens when people consume it regularly over long periods? Could daily use influence markers associated with inflammation? Could it contribute to better health outcomes when included as part of an overall healthy lifestyle? These questions continue to drive research around the world. The answers are not based on overnight transformations. One of the most important things to understand about nutrition is that meaningful changes usually occur gradually. The body responds to consistent habits. Small choices repeated day after day often have a greater impact than extreme efforts maintained for only a short time. When people include extra virgin olive oil as part of a balanced diet, researchers believe it may help support a healthier inflammatory response. The body's immune system relies on complex communication networks. Inflammatory pathways involve countless signals moving between cells and tissues. Certain compounds found in olive oil appear capable of influencing some of these pathways, helping maintain a healthier balance. This process is not dramatic. There is no sudden moment when inflammation simply disappears. Instead, the effects are believed to accumulate over time. Consistent consumption may help create an internal environment that is more supportive of long-term health. The immune system itself is incredibly sophisticated. Its job is not to eliminate inflammation completely. Inflammation remains necessary for protection and healing. The goal is balance. Researchers often describe health as the ability to respond appropriately when needed and then return to normal once the challenge has passed. When that balance is maintained, the body can function more efficiently. As interest in inflammation grew, scientists also began looking closely at cardiovascular health. This connection proved especially important because inflammation and heart disease appear to be closely related. Healthy blood vessels depend on many factors, including blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and the condition of the vessel walls themselves. Chronic inflammation may place additional stress on this system over time. Researchers studying Mediterranean populations noticed that many communities consuming olive oil regularly appear to experience favorable cardiovascular outcomes. While no single food explains these observations, olive oil became an important area of investigation because of its prominent place within the diet. Scientists wanted to understand whether its unique combination of fats and plant compounds might contribute to healthier circulation and blood vessel function. At this point, many people begin to wonder why they are not seeing the same benefits that researchers often discuss. After all, extra virgin olive oil is widely available. Millions of people use it every day. Yet not everyone experiences noticeable improvements in how they feel. The answer often comes down to a few common mistakes that can quietly cancel out many of the potential advantages. These mistakes are surprisingly common, and most people do not even realize they are making them. The first mistake is using highly refined oils and assuming they are the same thing as extra virgin olive oil. This is where confusion often begins. Walk through almost any grocery store and you will see many products with the word olive oil on the label. At first glance, they may appear similar. The bottles may look nearly identical. The prices may vary, but the names seem familiar. However, there can be major differences between extra virgin olive oil and highly refined versions. Extra virgin olive oil is produced with minimal processing. Because of this, many of the natural plant compounds remain intact. These compounds are part of the reason researchers find the oil so interesting. Highly refined oils, on the other hand, go through additional processing steps. While they may still contain some beneficial fats, they often have lower amounts of the natural compounds that make extra virgin olive oil unique. This means someone may believe they are getting the same benefits while actually consuming a product that has lost many of the characteristics researchers are studying. It is similar to comparing a fresh fruit to a heavily processed fruit snack. Both may come from the same source, but the final products are not identical. Another mistake is taking huge amounts and expecting faster results. This is a common mindset in today's world. Many people assume that if a little is good, then more must be better. Unfortunately, nutrition rarely works that way. The body responds best to balance. Extra virgin olive oil may be a healthy addition to a diet, but it is still calorie dense. Drinking large quantities every day is not necessary and may even work against overall health goals. Some people hear about the potential benefits and immediately start adding excessive amounts to every meal. They pour it over everything. They consume far more than they normally would. Then they become disappointed when dramatic changes fail to appear after a few days or weeks. The reality is that nutrition works through consistency, not extremes. Think about how many health problems develop. Most do not appear overnight. They develop slowly through months and years of habits. Positive changes often follow a similar path. Small improvements, repeated consistently, tend to produce better long-term outcomes than aggressive changes that last only a short period. The third mistake may be the most important of all. Many people add one healthy food while continuing to eat a diet filled with processed foods. This is where expectations and reality often collide. A person might start using extra virgin olive oil while still consuming large amounts of sugary snacks, highly processed meals, refined carbohydrates, and foods loaded with added ingredients. Then they wonder why they do not feel dramatically different. One healthy food cannot overcome an unhealthy overall lifestyle. This is one of the most important lessons in nutrition. There is no magical ingredient that can completely cancel out the effects of poor habits. Health is influenced by patterns, not isolated choices. Researchers often focus on dietary patterns because they provide a more complete picture. A single food exists within the context of everything else a person eats. If most meals consist of highly processed products, the benefits of adding one healthy ingredient may become much harder to notice. Processed foods are often designed to be convenient, inexpensive, and highly appealing. Many contain large amounts of added sugar, refined starches, unhealthy fats, and excess sodium. These foods can make it easy to consume more calories than the body needs while providing fewer beneficial nutrients. Excess sugar presents another challenge. While the body can handle moderate amounts of sugar, constant overconsumption may place additional stress on metabolic processes. Many people consume far more sugar than they realize because it appears in beverages, desserts, packaged snacks, sauces, breakfast cereals, and countless other products. Refined carbohydrates can have a similar effect. These foods are often stripped of fiber and other nutrients during processing. As a result, they are digested quickly and can contribute to blood sugar fluctuations. Researchers continue investigating how these dietary patterns interact with inflammation and overall health. This is why successful long-term health improvements usually involve a broader approach. Instead of searching for a single miracle food, experts often encourage people to improve the overall quality of their diet. Extra virgin olive oil may be one helpful piece of that puzzle, but it works best when combined with other healthy choices. So how can someone realistically include it in daily life? The good news is that it does not require a complicated plan. In fact, one reason extra virgin olive oil has remained popular for centuries is because it is easy to use. It fits naturally into many different meals and eating styles. One simple approach is drizzling it over vegetables. Vegetables already provide valuable nutrients, fiber, and beneficial plant compounds. Adding a small amount of extra virgin olive oil can enhance flavor while making meals more satisfying. Many people discover that vegetables become far more enjoyable when paired with healthy fats. Another option is adding it to salads. This may be one of the easiest habits to adopt. A simple salad topped with extra virgin olive oil can become a regular part of lunch or dinner. The rich flavor complements many ingredients while helping create a more balanced meal. Some people prefer using it alongside other foods rather than making it the main focus. It can be incorporated into meals in ways that feel natural and sustainable. The goal is not perfection. The goal is creating habits that can be maintained for years rather than days. Replacing less healthy fats is another practical strategy. Instead of constantly adding more food to the diet, some individuals choose to substitute extra virgin olive oil for ingredients they already use. This approach often feels simpler because it focuses on replacement rather than addition. The most important factor is consistency. This point cannot be emphasized enough. Many people underestimate the power of small daily habits because the results are not immediately visible. They expect dramatic transformations. They expect obvious changes within days, but the body usually responds more slowly. Health is often shaped by repeated choices. A healthy breakfast once a month is unlikely to change much. A healthy breakfast most days of the year may have a very different effect. The same principle applies here. Consistent habits accumulate. They build upon each other over time. This idea leads to a much larger lesson, one that extends far beyond olive oil itself. In many ways, olive oil is not the real secret. The real secret is the lifestyle surrounding it. When researchers examine populations known for healthy aging, they rarely find a single miracle food responsible for all the benefits. Instead, they find patterns. They find people who combine nutritious eating with other healthy behaviors. These habits work together like pieces of a larger system. Sleep is one of those pieces. During sleep, the body performs countless repair and recovery processes. Poor sleep may influence inflammatory activity, hormone balance, energy levels, and overall well-being. Even the healthiest diet struggles to fully compensate for chronic sleep deprivation. Movement is another critical factor. The human body was designed to move. Regular physical activity supports circulation, muscle health, metabolic function, and many other systems. This does not necessarily mean intense exercise. Simple activities performed consistently can make a meaningful difference. Stress management is equally important. Modern life often keeps people in a constant state of mental tension. Financial worries, family responsibilities, work demands, and daily pressures can create ongoing stress. Researchers continue studying the relationship between chronic stress and inflammation because the connection appears significant. Then there is the broader dietary pattern. Whole foods remain at the center of most anti-inflammatory eating approaches. Fruits, vegetables, legumes, nuts, seeds, fish, and other minimally processed foods provide nutrients that support overall health. These foods work together rather than acting alone. When viewed this way, extra virgin olive oil becomes part of a larger picture. It is one tool among many, a valuable tool, certainly, but still only one piece of the puzzle. The people who experience the greatest benefits are often those who embrace consistency across multiple areas of life, rather than focusing exclusively on one ingredient. And this is where the story becomes even more interesting because some of the most impressive health improvements do not come from dramatic changes at all. They come from ordinary daily habits repeated so consistently that they eventually become part of who a person is. As we've seen today, chronic inflammation is not always loud or obvious. In many cases, it develops quietly over the years, slowly affecting different parts of the body without sending clear warning signs. Low energy, joint stiffness, slower recovery, brain fog, and many other everyday struggles may have deeper connections than most people realize. That is why the choices we make every day matter so much. Real health rarely comes from a miracle cure, a trendy supplement, or a quick fix that promises instant results. More often, it comes from simple habits that are repeated consistently over time. Extra virgin olive oil is one of the most researched foods when it comes to supporting a healthier inflammatory balance. Its unique combination of healthy fats and natural plant compounds has made it a subject of growing interest among scientists and health experts around the world. But perhaps the most important lesson from today's video is that olive oil is only one piece of a much larger picture. Lasting health is built through a combination of nutritious foods, regular movement, quality sleep, stress management, and daily choices that support your body rather than work against it. The goal is not perfection. Nobody eats perfectly every day. Nobody makes the right choice every single time. The goal is consistency. Small improvements may seem insignificant in the moment, but over weeks, months, and years, they can add up to meaningful changes. The habits you choose today can influence how you feel tomorrow, next year, and even decades from now. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Do you already use extra virgin olive oil every day? If not, would you be willing to try adding it to your routine for the next 30 days? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below because your story may inspire someone else on their health journey. If you found this video helpful, please take a moment to like the video and share it with a friend or family member who could benefit from this information. And if you're passionate about learning more science-backed health tips, nutrition secrets, healthy aging strategies, and simple ways to feel your best at any age, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss our upcoming videos. Thank you for watching. Thank you for spending your time with us. And remember, some of the most powerful changes in life begin with the smallest daily habits. We'll see you in the next video.